Good morning, everybody. I guess you can see things are about to get serious right here. We got a tailgate review. It's July 11th and it's probably 7 o'clock in the morning. We're out here on our hunting lease. We're going to do a little bit of scouting today. We're going to put some corn out, but I want to do a little short review on some new snake boots that I bought. But first I want to kind of talk a little bit about the snake boots that I bought and why I got what I did. I did a lot of research on the internet and also on YouTube and different places and trying to find some reviews. And honestly, guys, you'll find some reviews, and there's a lot of, as reviews go, you know, people have their opinions about the product. Of course, that's what a review is. But you know, you got guys out there that, well, you know, I bought these snake boots and I stepped in some water and got a little bit of water in it. I don't know about you, I'm buying snake boots to keep them getting bit by a snake, so I'm not too worried about the water part of it. I want it to serve a purpose, and I don't really want it to serve that purpose. But if I'm walking through some weeds and all of a sudden I feel something tag me on the leg, you know, it's better to be safe than sorry. But the reason I went with these Rocky boots is because everywhere I've been, I could never find a real review of somebody letting a snake hit a boot. Rocky was one of the only companies out there that I found, and it was a man by the name of Mr. Steve Scruggs. And he actually, I think, is sponsored by Rocky, and he does snake shows. So he'll actually take his Rocky boot and walk up to these big rattlesnakes and let them tag the side of it. So that kind of sold me on the boot. But you know, another thing is going to be comfort, but we're fixing to find that out today. So that's the reason we're kind of doing this little short review here, because we're going to do a film today of us going through putting corn out. I'm going to wear the boots and going to see how they do. But later on, you know, we may have to revisit this review as months go on, or as the year go on, and I hope years go on with this boot. But some of the funniest things I've seen people talk about that they do, well, you know, I took a pin and I could push it through that boot. Well, guys, it's not steel. And a snake's fangs are not shaped like a needle. A snake's fangs are curved, they're not straight. So yeah, a needle may go through the boot, but when the way the fibers are in a snake boot, the curvature of the fang is not going to penetrate through it. So let's show you a little bit about this boot. And I'm going to put the boot on and check comfort. I'm one of the world's worst out there for I want to try a boot on before I ever buy it. But none of the big stores had any of these boots out there to try. So basically, like I said, what sold me on this boot, one thing, it's mossy oak camo. It's the breakup camo. And the fact that I actually found a video out there of somebody getting tagged in the leg and it not penetrating the boot. So that was my main reason for going with this boot. Next is going to be my comfort, of course, and like I said, the waterproof ability is not really a big deal to me. I'm not going to be wading through no swamps. During bow season, I've got rubber boots for that. I bought these for turkey hunting. I don't plan on swimming because turkeys don't swim either. But let's get over here and open it up, and I'll go through the boot. I'll try the boot on and give my initial thoughts, and then we'll go through the day of here on the lease, and at the end of the day I'll tell you guys exactly what I think about the boot. First off, I like a wide boot, so guys, if you're afraid of your feet being cramped up, I would recommend going with a wide boot. This particular model here is called the 1570. Like I said, guys, I'm no expert on no boots or anything like that, but I purchased these. They were less than $150. For some reason, I think we actually found them on sale for like $130, somewhere in that ballpark. First off, they're really a good looking boot, if that even matters to you out there, but they're real light. That's something I've noticed. It's just, I mean, it's amazingly light. So that's going to be awesome if it's a good comfortable boot, especially for turkey season. You're going to be putting in a lot of miles out there turkey hunting. But I really like the feel of the boot. It's light. It's got good tread on it, so you're not going to be sliding around. It's actually just, like I said, a really good looking boot. And it is in the mossy oak breakup camo pattern. I did look to see if you could find any bottomland, but I couldn't find any bottomland. Anyway, guys, they keep these little hard curvature pieces in here to keep the boot from being squished, I guess, during shipment. But my initial thoughts of the boots, like I said, is I'm really sold on how light they are. So if they don't hurt my feet, they ought to be a good boot. But one thing, guys, if you got any questions later on after seeing this video, and hopefully we might can answer it, but feel free to drop them in the comments down there, and we'll do the best we can to answer them. But both boots have the packing material in it, and you can actually get these boots off Amazon, and we'll put a link in the description to our Amazon store where you can go and purchase these boots. But I did, like I said, look at several different models of boot. I know there's Irish Setter's got a set of boots. I was almost sold on those because they were really a good looking boot. They were a good looking boot, and I couldn't find any in the mossy oak. And like I said, and I couldn't find any videos of guys out there letting the snakes hit these boots, because if I'm buying a snake boot, you know, that's going to be the number one thing to me that's going to sell. It's like, is it going to work for what they're selling this boot for? But this boot did on the videos, so sold me on it. I bought a pair of it. I hope I like them, and I hope you get a little bit out of this review. That's not much of a review there, but time will tell. I'm going to put these boots on. I'll let you guys know what I think about putting them on, how they feel. I don't fall down here, so don't laugh at me if I fall over. One thing I do notice, they have real long shoelaces, so far I'm really glad I went with a wider boot. I've got a lot of room for my foot to move around, which right now feels really good. So I'm probably going to lace these down pretty tight to start out with and see how that goes. One thing I do need to mention, I've never owned a pair of snake boots. So I've turkey hunted for a long time and never even owned a pair of snake boots. So I'm looking forward to having these. I'll feel a little bit better in the woods now. Like I said, one thing I noticed, it has a real long shoelaces, and I really like that. So what I'll do is I'll initially tie it, and I'm going to wrap it around the boot, back around the front, and tie it off. You may want to double loop it there at the end just because of briars. So far, good feeling boot, does not hurt my ankle. And that's something about boots I've noticed. I have a lot of problem with my ankles, feeling like they're getting pinched with boots. But this one right here, so far so good, guys. Feels good. Let's get the other one on. Standing here like a flamingo. Same thing, both boots feel good. I'm gonna snug it up pretty good. And time will tell here this morning. If I need to loosen them up, I'll loosen them up. But so far, I like the support of them being good and tight. Same thing. Love the long shoelaces, or boot laces as I should say. Hey, like me and my Vietnam era camo or post-Vietnam there. so far so good. So far so good. I'm really happy. I'm really happy with them. So really happy at this moment. I'll let you know here at the end of the video what I really think about them. But as far as right now, me and Chris, we got to get out here and put out some corn on some of our spots. Like I said, it is July, so there's a lot of snakes on this property. There've been several rattlesnakes seen, and we've actually taken out a cottonmouth ourselves. It was in a mud hole, but now I do feel a little bit more confident about being out walking and doing some scouting and going through a lot of this brush. You can see right now, guys, what time of year it is. It's thick, and you never know what's going to be laying in there. And I do feel a little bit better now, knowing that if I walk through that and something hits me in the leg, that I do feel confident that I'm going to be okay. Guys, this is another good device we got here, which we have 2 or 3 of them because we hunted a lot of public land where we could be an hour into the woods, and we'd take, and after we'd make our kill, we'd quarter up our animals and pack them out, because like I said, when you're an hour and a half in the woods. But this thing also comes in handy for carrying your corn. But some places you just can't get an ATV or a UTV to, especially those places where you want to kill that big one. So you got to get in there and take the corn to him. Looks like they using that mineral lick we put out. Guys, we put some Big and J liquid out here, and believe it or not, that's only been out 2 weeks. And you can see we have our cellular camera there. If you guys can afford to hunt that way, them cellular cameras are the way to go, because I've had a lot of good success be sitting at work, and all of a sudden you start seeing some photos coming across your camera, and that deer's in your area. Get your butt in a tree stand. I love the cell cameras, and that Big and J seems to really be working good. They really like it here. But anyway, what we're gonna do, guys, like I said, we trying these boots out. So far so good. Still good and comfortable. Actually they're very breathable. My feet are not hot, and that's it probably has to do something with them being so light, but my feet are not hot, good and comfortable right now. And it has sorry, I've only had to walk about 300 yards to get in here. But we're gonna get this corn out and get on to our other spots. All right, guys, glasses are fogging up. We're gonna wrap up this review. I hope this review is interesting for you guys. It's kind of a real world type review. I know it's not me sitting on the couch or at a coffee table talking about a pair of snake boots, but I wanted to get out in the woods and try these boots out where I could give an honest opinion about how they work. You know, what I'm going to tell you in my honest review, this has been a half a day. I don't know how many miles we've walked today. Thank God for a shade at the moment. But so far I made the right decision, and I would do it all over again. And I got to give a shout out to Onyx Hunt, because without Onyx Hunt we wouldn't be able to easily get back to these spots here. It'd be old school type work. So go up here, and Chris is going to put a link up here for you to check out of our mapping video. So shows you a little bit about going around mapping your hunting leases and public lands and things like that. Man, the bugs are bad out here. You can tell it's July. But guys, like I said, my initial review is so far so good. My feet, they do not hurt. I'm not overheated. I mean, I cannot tell I'm any warmer here than I am anywhere else. It's just hotter than crap today. It's July. But honestly, I'm so glad I bought these boots here. But like I said, because I bought these because I finally saw a video that Rocky had put out where somebody, Mr. Steve Scruggs, was letting a snake hit these boots. Now, if I'd have seen a snake today, would I let it hit it? Probably not. Probably not. But a snake boot is to give you the protection of what's going to happen that you don't know is going to happen, if that makes any sense. You step over that log and you feel smack. And you, oh my God, thank God I had these boots on. That's what, in my opinion, what a snake boot's for. Now, you put a snake boot on and you're out looking for trouble, you may end up finding more than you bargained for. So I'm not that guy. I'm just trying to be safe. When me and Chris is out here trying to enjoy the outdoors, whether it be turkey hunting or out here in the summertime fixing our spots up to hunt, I would not hesitate to rebuy these boots all over again. I love them that much. I did not get into water to test if they were waterproof. I did not do that. But as far as most of the hiking that I normally would do, sides of ridges, slick spots, the boots had very good stable footing, and I was very excited about that, because if I'd have been in another pair of like a work boot or something like that, I'd been at the bottom of one of these hills. I'd actually stepped on some moss covered rocks and they stuck just like they should. So with that being said, guys, we really appreciate you following our channel. We love each and every one of you, and if you're out there in the woods, please be safe. And again, if you're looking for a good snake boot, check out our description, and we're going to put a description for these boots in there. I bought the wide. I would recommend, if you think you might need the wide, I'd go with the wide, because they're very comfortable. Again, thanks for watching, and God bless.